I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Jean Cosplay, and today we are back again with you guys with the boys. Oh boys!
Episode 2.
Oh man.
Okay, the first episode was crazy. We already knew that the superheroes in the show were assholes.
But not that assholes.
We had murders. We had, there's a secret that we don't know about that they've been keeping. I think it brings them money somehow. But we need to figure out what's going on there because they killed someone for that secret. So it must be pretty huge. They killed someone. The main guy, who looked like to be like the best of the gang.
They took down a plane with a man, his son, and the crew.
Yeah.
Because of that secret.
And like we thought he might have been the best of the gang, but he turns out to be one of the worst. So
yeah,
it's bad. We've got Chase Crawford showing his dick around because he forces the new girl Starlight to suck him off so she can be part of the gang. You know?
Yeah.
He's like getting whatever the hell he wants because he's a celebrity. So this is bad. She is determined, Starlight, she's determined to make a stand. She's determined to fight for what she wants, and she's gonna stay. She's not gonna be scared off of the 7, you know, but she's gonna stay, sticking up to the Deep. That's his name. Jesus fuck. She's
hold of the meaning right now.
Hopefully she's gonna take him down, but she wants to do the right thing, so she's someone we can root for. It looks like we've got an alcoholic hero as well, and another guy who sprayed the main character's girlfriend because he ran into her.
A-Train?
A-Train, that's his name. Okay, so we got a bunch of assholes. We got a bunch of assholes who don't care about the innocent. They do it for the fame, they do it for the money. And then we've got Huey, the main character, who's being helped by Bone from Star Trek. Sorry about the names. I'm gonna get to a moment where I'm gonna learn about the names, but not now. Anyway, he is helping Bone to take down the heroes, and they already killed one. The invisible jerk.
True.
So, without further ado, let's jump in episode 2 and see what happens next.
Alright.
Let's go. Well, he popped his cherry, kind of. I think that's what the innuendo is.
Yeah.
But, okay.
He popped his cherry. Nice. Nice of you to say that.
The thing is, like, the guy was a prisoner. He was in a bad spot, so of course he manipulated the shit out of him.
Yeah.
He tried to be like, oh, I mean, you're gonna be a hero. I mean, we're gonna help you out and stuff. But the second he was out, and the second he was, you know, that bomb wasn't in him anymore, he was gonna come for him and kill him.
Yeah.
No fucking way that he was gonna help him out or anything. He showed up. The guy left a bug in their lair, you know, and he came after him. Didn't ask any questions. Just beat the shit out of him. So he's not a good guy. He wasn't gonna just suddenly change.
Okay. To be fair, though, he knew that this guy put a bug in their office.
It doesn't give him the right to beat him up.
It might be a spy, someone working for another agent.
You arrest them in that case.
Bro, well, I know. You shouldn't have tried to kill him. You need to arrest him, but they don't work that way. So I can understand it a little bit why he did this, but that doesn't excuse it.
I can understand following him. I can understand, you know, keeping an eye on him and arresting him, but he beat him up without knowing what was going on. And, you know, as far as he knew, they were journalists trying to get a scoop.
True.
So, yeah. After the car, you know, ran into him, I can understand, but still. So he wasn't going to say anything to get out of there. But after that, it was, you know, gloves off and stuff. So he kind of didn't have a chance. A choice, sorry. So the question was if Huey was going to do it himself, which he ended up doing. It's great because, you know, it's great. It's not great, but it's going to be great for his character because it's going to send him on a path where he's going to have to change.
Mm-hmm.
Character development-wise, it's good. It's interesting. It's going to take him places.
Mm-hmm.
He can't you know, he's technically the main character. He cannot stay in the back, in the back the whole time.
But is it gonna change for the better or for the worse?
I don't think anyone can be for the better in this show.
Not in this show, yeah. Because in the first episode, his first change was to put his pants on and try to and make a move. He went to the lair, put the bug in, and
he didn't just lay down and accept the money.
That's right. Second episode, he decided that it was time for him to dirty his hands and do the job that was needed to be done.
I think he accepted that was the path he wanted to go on, because he's never going to get revenge the way people around him want, to react, because no one wants to do anything. Mm-hmm. His dad wants to lay down and just take it, call it an accident, and move on because he needs the money, and because going after the heroes is suicide, if you think about it, because they've got the power. Just look at the senator and the woman who's in charge, whose name I don't remember, but look how the power struggle and just who's in charge here, how all of this is being played out. She's got a lot of people behind her, and they might have had, they have guns and money, but she's got the public, she's got the fame, and she's got the power, the actual power. She can do anything. Blackmail, buying, someone's loyalty, killing someone when they are getting, when they know too much. And it's not just her, it's also the people that work for her, like, his name, Homelander, thank you. Homelander, who obviously has something for her, like he's obsessed with her, he's got a crush or something, and he is willing to do things on his own for many reasons. One is, I think, maybe he wants the recognition from her, but, he wants to prove to her that he's capable of being on her level, maybe.
The thing that I recognize with Homelander, with the Deep, and maybe the other superheroes, is that they would like to do something else with their powers, but because of their brand, they do not have the right to do it.
But that's
like
the thing.
With the Deep, he wants to do other stuff than just going to the river, a lake, or the ocean.
They are assholes. They are assholes, but they are also characters. With a character, the thing is, you can create so many layers, and it's not because they're bad people that they don't have aspirations, that they don't have dreams and hopes and stuff. So yes, it's true, we can look at them from the Badlands, being like, I don't fucking care what he wants, he sexually assaulted someone, he used his fame to get what he wanted. But then you also look at him from a character point of view, and you see, well, yeah, he's also a human being who wants to do things in life. They want to achieve something, and they are veneered. They are people love them for what they are, but what are they exactly if they're not allowed to do their actual job? Especially, like, think of the Deep, who pretended to be number 2 around, and he portrayed himself as this super important guy, but then Starlight was like, no one cares about you, you're a laughing stock, you're a joke, you're fishman. Maybe he wants, to be something other than fishman. He wants to prove that he can be just as good on land as he is in water, but they keep him in the water because they've got people on land. Yeah. So they want to keep him there, kind of like you're a drama actor. They don't want you to do comedy. Just like a comedy actor, they don't want you to do drama. Because that's your brand. But then some actors want to do both, They want to be known for both. Sometimes it works.
For example, when you do one type of role, and people are associated with this type of role, and they don't want to see you in nothing else.
And then you branch out.
You're this bombshell, or you're the clumsy nuts in the movie,
And then you branch out, and people automatically call you out on it, So it's a risk, and I can understand why the brand doesn't want them to do something else. They don't want you to go unscripted. They don't want you to try to save people on your own if there are no cameras that you own around to record the thing. They don't want you to take any risks, because if you do something that goes against the brand, it messes everything up. It creates lawsuits, it creates opportunities. Like in the Incredibles, heroes are a target because they're known. They have a lot of money because they work with the brand. So everything they do has to be controlled. So I can understand why they want more freedom in their job. We saw it with the Deep. We saw it with Homelander, who I think the way he said it, it means that he is supposed to be this incredible guy, but he is seen as an employee, especially from the girl he kind of obsesses over. I think he wants to prove that he can be just as good, even though he can be, considered a partner or something. He wants to be more in charge, but he's not being allowed to be in charge. He left everything behind for this persona, and it's not giving him anything.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be, super strong, but it's not exactly what he's allowed to be. He has to be a mask more than anything.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I don't really want to sound like I pity him or anything, because he's also pretty deranged when you think of the fact that he blew up a plane for that woman.
It doesn't change the fact that what it is was wrong.
Exactly.
But you can pity him for the fact that he wants to do something and he's not allowed to do so.
One thing this show, one thing we have to understand, I think, in this show is that all the characters have bad in them. All the main characters are going to do some shitty stuff. It's kind of like Breaking Bad,
Ouch.
It's kind of like Breaking Bad, where, the main character ends up doing some pretty bad things. And at one point, you got to understand that you're never going to agree with whatever he's doing, but if you hate the guy, you're not going to enjoy this show. So we don't like the bad things they do, but we still allow ourselves to root for these characters, and we allow ourselves to understand where they came from and why they're doing these things. Now, I'm not talking about like the Deep personally, because what he did was pretty bad, but I'm also talking about the actual main characters, the three who work together to destroy the heroes. We've got two killers there, but they are also human. They also have this side of them. Like, especially I like that speech about the first kill Frenchie did, the first woman he ever killed, and how he kept it with him like a scar, and how the other guy, played by Bone, in the background. Butcher? Oh, thank you. He was affected by what he was saying, I think he relates to what he was saying, and that makes me really interested in his backstory. That makes me interested in learning more about where they came from and why they are this way. And it's also very easy to understand that, this show didn't lose any time. Like, this show didn't waste any time trying to pretend that we were going to root for good guys. You're rooting for bad guys. Get over it. Accept what they're going to do.
Well, can I say that sometimes not because you're a bad guy that you're a bad guy?
Well, yeah, Mike said it best in
but
Breaking Bad.
Does that apply to this show though?
Well, the thing is, I will never root for someone who sexually assaulted, or at least manipulated someone into doing sexual, favors and stuff. So I cannot root for the Deep. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Chase.
Murder should be up there with it too. It's just that in a show like this, if I don't close my eyes on some of the murder, well, I'm not gonna root for anyone in this show,
Maybe we shouldn't.
The main character just blew up someone through the ass, so it's
That was awesome.
That was awesome. I think this show is not trying to be something it's not. There's gonna be murder. There's gonna be swearing. There's gonna be fucking. There's gonna be a lot of bad things.
Just like in Kick-Ass, basically.
Yeah. And it's cool. It looks good on screen.
I wanted to ask you what you thought about what happened with Starlight when she saved the girl, but she was recorded by a security camera.
Well, we talked about it a little bit, and
basically, the girl left. She doesn't have her testimony about what happened.
Yeah. And
the only that she got is two dudes who said that, we were just drinking and she beat us up.
It's something that's been seen before with superheroes. I think it was also Boku no Hero Academia, the anime, also kind of went into that territory. It's easy when someone records you doing something like that and you don't have the whole story. It's easy to lie about what happened, especially when you're the bad guy and you don't want to go to jail for what you did.
Well, even in our everyday life, stuff like that happen too.
Yeah, definitely.
But people who record stuff that are happening with people from the law or everybody else, and you don't have the whole story.
And that's why, like, the thing is when you're famous, when your name means something, and something like that happens to you, it's even more dangerous because you already have a spotlight on you.
Yeah.
So, and people would love to tear you apart because it needs more money.
True.
So she is part of it. And that's what's sad about it, because in this show, Hero Society turned being a superhero into a fame thing. It turned being a superhero into a mark, a brand, a mark. That's in French, marque, into a brand. And the thing is, you cannot just go around and be an actual hero, because if you don't do things according to the plans, and if you don't do things, you know, with your marketing team behind you to record what's real, what they want to be real, and, you know, protect you from attacks like this, you will be brought down. So it brings a very dark veil over the pink reality, the hopeful reality that she wanted by being part of the Seven. But she's gonna have to learn, and if she doesn't like what... I mean, one thing I hope she could do is change the group, change the how society views heroes. But unfortunately, like, I don't know for how long heroes have existed in this reality, but it seems ingrained in society itself, and it's harsh to change a society like this when everyone, you know, loves these heroes. You cannot change everyone's minds at once. So
yeah.
Anyway, it's interesting. It really reminds me of My Hero Academia. With the whole concept of, you know, are heroes true heroes, or they're just, you know, in it
just
for the power
fame,
and the fame, you know. Anyway, it was a good second episode. Some gore too, that was pretty badass. Okay, anything else?
Nope, that's it for me.
So, thank you guys so much for watching this with us. If you want to see the next episode right away, it is already on Patreon. Check it out. The link is in the description.
Yeah, so don't forget to subscribe if you want to watch it right now, guys. And if not, wait for the next one to be out on YouTube.
Yes.
So we're gonna see you next week, guys.
Bye.
Ciao.